Rest is probably the worst thing you can do for your knee pain. So I was recently talking to somebody. They actually have an ankle problem. They sprained their ankle and they were asking me what they should do about the ankle sprain because they want to run but they can't run right now and um their ankle overall feels fine, but their doctor said take a month off from running. So she wants to keep going with her cardio. She doesn't want to lose her cardiovascular endurance. She doesn't want to take a month off and have her breathing be difficult when she goes back to running in a month. So we talked about it. And then I said, okay, well, what else are you doing? And she's like, well, that's it. I just wanted to know if swimming or riding a bike was going to keep up my cardiovascular fitness. And so we decided for her riding a bike was better. And I said, okay, so you're just going to take a month off from running and then you're going to jump right back into it. And she said, well, yeah, the doctor said I just need to rest from running for a month so that my ankle can heal. And I said, okay, can I give you some advice? And she said, yes. And I said, well, from personal experience, I've sprained my ankle very badly. And also from professional experience helping people recover from injuries, can I give you some advice? And so she said, yeah. And I said, well, personally, when I first injured my ankle, I injured it. I was a senior in high school. I injured it playing soccer. I rolled it when we were running, like I think we were scrimmaging. I remember I stepped in a hole and my ankle turned. And my ankle hurt. I had to leave soccer camp that week. And the doctor said, just ice it, rest for the rest of the summer. So let's call it a month. I don't honestly remember. It was some school started after Labor Day and camp was at the beginning of August. So it was probably a month that I was resting. And then I went right back into playing soccer. And I did okay through the season. I don't remember much about how my ankle did. I certainly didn't hurt it again playing soccer. And then winter season came and I was doing gymnastics. And on the first tumbling pass, I landed wrong and I killed my ankle. And I was on crutches. I was in a boot for, let's see, that was the first Monday after Thanksgiving. That's when the season started. And I was on crutches through Christmas for sure. I think about 2 months I was on crutches and in a boot. And it wasn't until February 25th, sometime after Valentine's Day, that I was able to actually compete in a gymnastics meet again. And I only did one event at one meet. And it involved no tumbling or anything. I remember I did a cartwheel and it was my right ankle I sprained and I should have landed the cartwheel on the beam on my right leg. I actually switched my legs in the middle of the air, which is fine, no deductions there, so that I didn't have to land on that ankle because I still didn't trust it. And it was ultimately the injury that made it so that I did not continue gymnastics, even at a Division III level in college, because I just had no confidence in that ankle anymore. And knowing what I know now that I've gone through physical therapy school, I've become a personal trainer and everything, rest was the worst thing I could do for that ankle. I should have been doing, so pure rest was the worst thing I could do for that ankle. I should have been doing active rest where I was exercising the muscles, but not aggravating the sprain and, doing heel raises and doing TheraBand exercises and doing balancing activities and things like that. Things to build up the strength and support of that ankle. And if I had done that throughout soccer season, and especially that month before I went back to soccer after I initially injured it, I don't think, I'm 90% sure I would not have injured it the second time. And if I had injured it the second time, it definitely would not have been as bad. And so knowing what I know now, that's what I told this woman. I said, I recommend strengthening it. Your flexibility is clearly fine because you sprained your ankle, you rolled it. The strength is not there, the stability is not there. And if you want to prevent this from getting worse down the line, take the time now to not rest. Take the time now to do strengthening exercises to make that ankle as strong and supportive as you can be. So then when you do get back to the running, your ankle can support you. And so the same thing goes with any other kind of injury. If you have knee pain and you flare up your knee, running, let's keep using the running example. If you just rest from running for a month and then you get back to running after a month, you rested, so the acute inflammation and the pain are gone, the swelling has gone down, but you're actually probably weaker than when you started. And if you injured your knee running, well, something was weak to begin with, unless, you got in an actual accident where you collided with someone, a car, got in your way, hopefully didn't hit you. But like if these kinds of big accidents happen, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about just you flare up your knee when you're running and no actual accident happens. Then that flare up happened because something was either too weak, uh, too tight, you did too much too soon, something needs to change. So if you just rest it and you don't alter those things, you're going to get right back into it and you're going to get hurt worse because now you're going to be weaker than you were. So resting can be the worst thing you can do when you have this, new flare up, a sprain, something like that. So that's everything for today. Talk to you guys soon.